Hey guys, what's going on? Just want to give you an update on my M1 Finance portfolio. Usually I do my Robinhood portfolio, but I actually wanted to get back into investing in M1 Finance. I used to have quite a bit of money in here, and then I took pretty much all of it out and put it into Robinhood, but I'm going to start using this as my long-term investing platform. I'll probably open up a Roth IRA account on here because I do not currently have one. So for a while, I was kind of against just kind of a platform that holds your stocks and you can't day trade, can't do options. But I decided after looking at my old portfolio on M1 Finance that sometimes it benefits to hold long term. So if you look at Microsoft, I was up 44%. And then on Apple, I was up 43%. Um, these weren't too bad. I mean, AT&T, I was down quite a bit. And it's not showing, you can see it says I have $14.71. And then I was up $96.50. That's because I took out the money. But this is kind of what I plan on having in my Roth IRA. I'm just kind of making like a demo portfolio since I don't have a lot of money in this right now. And yeah, I think these are all good companies. All these ones down here, these are the percentage that I do want to put into it, but I haven't put in yet. And these are the new stocks that I added to the portfolio. So I think these companies, they've all paid good dividends long term. And then I got a couple monthly paying dividends. The Realty Income, they pay monthly dividends, and also SPHD, which I couldn't find this when I tried to search for it in individual stocks. You actually have to go to the ETF section to find SPHD. So my plan with this Roth IRA, and the reason I chose these stocks, is I don't like investing in some general ETF that everybody invests in. I'm trying to actually beat those ETFs. Hopefully, we'll see how it plays out. But I'll keep giving you guys an update on how my portfolios are doing. But I just want to get into tech, and I also want to get into the more reliable companies, as in dividends and reinvesting those dividends back into this portfolio. If you could see, like, obviously I got Microsoft, Apple. Those are really good tech companies. The crazy thing is, if you look at the prices that I was buying it at, it's like a complete discount, almost 50% off. That's why I want to start investing in M1 Finance again and just set it and forget it. Um, let's check out Microsoft. So Microsoft, my average price was $136.28. Right now it's going for 212 and 83 cents. That's pretty close to being half off. And if I would have just kept this money in here and kept investing, I would have made a lot more off of this investment. I do currently own Microsoft in my Robinhood account, so I'm not too worried about it. But um, I think I would have put more money into it long term if I would have just kept it in here. So next, if you look at Apple, right now the price is $381.37. The average share price I was buying it at is $212.96. Once again, that's almost half off, and it just shows you that long-term investing can give you some crazy gains. So I would have been up about 50%. It's pretty crazy. And then the rest of my portfolio, I feel, is pretty spread out. So here we got Realty Income. It's a real estate REIT, and like I said, they pay monthly. So those dividends will be coming in every month and reinvesting into good companies like Apple and Microsoft. That's why I like monthly paying dividends, because you don't have to wait every quarter or every 3 months to get that dividend and reinvest it into your portfolio. AT&T, I picked that because it has a really good dividend. It's around 6-7%, almost 7%. I think we can look. Yeah, 6.79% dividend. That's really good. So that'll be investing it into my good tech companies that are mostly for growth, not dividends. But I put these two tech companies in here because they actually do pay dividends. So eventually those dividends will grow. I could see them getting up to like 2-3% one day, but right now they're each paying about 1%. So SPHD, like I said, that's another monthly paying ETF, and they're pretty consistent. They go off the S&P 500. So long term, with two monthly paying dividend stocks, I think this portfolio will grow pretty nice. SPHD, I feel like I'm more diversified without picking a complete just ETF without my individual stocks. So I think it gives me diversification, but I'm also picking my individual stocks, which is nice. So next is AbbVie. I picked them because they're in the health industry. So that gives me some exposure to health along with Johnson & Johnson. But AbbVie pays the better dividend. If you look, AbbVie's currently paying 4.53% dividend yield, which isn't bad. And their market cap is 175 billion, so I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Johnson & Johnson, if you look at Johnson & Johnson, they're paying 2.66, but they are dividend king, I believe, which I think they've been raising their dividend for over 40 years, which is pretty crazy. McDonald's, I picked McDonald's because everyone eats at McDonald's, and even if you don't like their food, you probably ate there at least once in your life. And they have international exposure. So even when I was living in Japan, McDonald's was everywhere, and everyone loved McDonald's over there. So I think it's a good company overall. Next is Qualcomm. Qualcomm, I feel like is a really good company, especially with 5G coming out. It's going to get real big in the next few years, and I think if you're investing in Qualcomm right now, the returns will be really great. Store Capital, that is a REIT, but the reason I put them in here is to raise my dividend yield. So their dividend is pretty good. It's sitting at 6.17%. And last but not least is TSM. I put them to add a little more tech to this portfolio, but they also do pay a dividend, so that's nice. They are paying a 2.17% dividend yield, which is pretty good. If you see, they make chips, phone chips. So overall, I think this portfolio is pretty balanced. I don't think if one section gets hit, the whole portfolio is not going to get hit. In a way, it's kind of like I built my own ETF. I'd rather build my own than just pick something that someone else has made and then pay expense fees. Because those expense fees, even though some of them are small, it's going to cut into your dividend returns. So this is my other account on M1 Finance, and I think it's pretty fun because I just made this completely a tech portfolio. So all you're going to see is straight tech companies. A lot of them don't pay dividends, but I'm just strictly going for growth. That's why I named it growth. You know, I was up over $800 at one point, which was 67.94. So I might actually, long term, I might make a better return off of this than a bunch of dividend stocks anyway. So I'm kind of doing a test to see. But if you look, so I have $28.87 in Tesla, but I used to have a lot more, and I was up 391%, and that's before it reached over $1,000. So that's pretty crazy. I should have kept my money in here because I only own like a little bit of Tesla now in my Robinhood account. So if you look, I was paying an average of $232.26, Right now, it's going for $1,365. So this is just another reason why I'm like, dang, I should have just kept my M1 Finance account, just kept putting money in every month. So that's why I'm coming back to it, and I'm just gonna make it a Roth IRA account. So it gets pre-tax, and then whenever I want to take this money out, it'll be tax free. So next is Amazon. Obviously, I had to put Amazon in there. They're just like the king of the stock market right now, constantly going up in value. One day I could see the stock going up to like 5,000 possibly. All right, guys. So let's look at Amazon. Let's see what price I was buying it at. So if you look at Amazon, right now it's going for $3,081.11. I was paying an average share price of $1,724. Once again, that's almost 50% off. It's just crazy the gains that I could have made if I would have just kept my money in here and didn't take it out. I mean, I've made some money on Robinhood also, but I just like to set and forget some of my money and then just come back and look at it and see how much it's grown over time. It's kind of cool. So next is Alibaba. If you guys have not heard of this company, it's basically like the Chinese version of Amazon. And I think this has great growth potential because it hasn't grown quite as much as Amazon. China has one of the biggest populations, and they're always buying stuff on their type of Amazon. I'm sure they buy stuff on our Amazon also, but Alibaba is known. If you look on their website, they have like a lot of custom stuff that you can make. If you have your own shop, like e-commerce is blowing up like crazy. So if you wanted to get into your own t-shirt company or whatever it is, you could buy t-shirts on there really cheap and make your own clothing line. So next is Google. Google, we use it for everything to search something. I think it hasn't reached its full potential yet. I could see it growing pretty large, just like Amazon. They also own YouTube, and that's where I post my videos. A lot of people go on YouTube to watch videos. I know watch it. I watch YouTube and Netflix a lot more than I watch regular television cable now. So I think it's a good investment. So next is Baidu. Baidu is actually the Chinese version of Google. So I like buying the Chinese version of everything that's pretty close to the American stock because I think it's going to trade similar, but if our market goes down, then their market could be doing well, and vice versa. If theirs isn't doing so well, ours might be doing well, and if they're both doing well, then that's a win-win. So um, I think there's advantages to diversifying where you're putting your money, which markets, and it's just a great tech stock. Next is Facebook. I think it still has room to grow, but I'm just not super bullish on it, I guess. I know it's going to keep going up in value, but I just don't see it as valuable, I guess, as like a Tesla or Amazon. So I put my goal 7%. It's over that right now, but once I start putting more money into it and money are going into these other companies that I just added, um, obviously the 7% is going to be a lot more than the money I have in right now, which is like $8.75. But like I said, this is just a prototype. This is just some of these companies I had in here before, but I added some new ones. But yeah, this is my fun group of stocks that I really like, that a lot of people don't invest in because it doesn't pay a dividend. But I think long term, I think this might end up paying off more than my dividend stock. So we'll see. It's a little experiment that I'm doing, and you guys can keep watching and see how it grows. And maybe you'll learn off of me, use me as the bait. And if it works out well, then you can do it for yourself as well. So next is Neo, and that is another Chinese company. It's the Chinese version of Tesla. So if you see, I have a trend here. I get the Chinese version and the American version of everything. But Neo's pretty new. A lot of people are starting to talk about it, and I think it could blow up. And if it does, and it's the next Tesla, I mean, right now my goal is to put 9% in. So I think if I start investing early and it does grow, I'm gonna be really happy. If it doesn't, then I could just take it out of my pie and add something else to this, or just take the money out and put it towards Tesla or Amazon. So it's not really any loss to me. That's why I like M1 Finance. You can just keep switching out your stocks if you don't like a certain stock or it's not performing well. So next is PDD. It's another Chinese stock, e-commerce, and I just like mixing it up, Chinese and American stocks. So next is Shopify. Shopify um, is basically where a bunch of people start their own little businesses, and people can go online and shop, e-commerce. So I just added this one also. It's been performing really well. I wish I would have added it earlier, but we'll see how it plays out. Right now, it's going for over $1,000 a share, so I think it still has room to grow. It might start growing a little slower, but a lot of people have been hopping on this stock, so it's pretty hot. So I added it to the portfolio. So JD and Billy, I always mess it up when I say this stock's name. Billy. However they pronounce it, but these are also two Chinese stocks, and I think they're going to perform well, so I put them in the portfolio. Try not to make this video too long. Blink, I don't know if you've heard of them, but since the electric vehicles are blowing up, they are actually a charging company. They have a bunch of charging stations around the US to charge cars that are electric, and it's pretty cool. You can change out the nozzle if you have your own nozzle. You just hook it up to that charging station that fits your car, and it's basically interchangeable. So I think they're gonna blow up. Since Tesla's blowing up, who knows? Tesla might buy them out, or if they don't, Tesla might make a deal with them. I think they have huge potential, so we'll see what happens. Do you? Not sure if I'm saying it right, but another Chinese stock, if you can't tell by the name. We'll see how this one plays out. It's fairly cheap. It's these ones at the bottom where I put 2%. They're kind of my spec plays, but I feel like I could possibly get huge returns off of them just because they're cheap right now compared to where I think they're gonna go. But they're all spec plays, so if they don't work out for me, then I only put 2% in, and I can easily switch them out, or I can add those 2% to my other well-performing stocks in this portfolio. So that's it for the video, guys. If you guys don't have an M1 Finance account, I'll put my link in the description so you guys can sign up. And I'll also put my Robinhood link in the description. And if you guys don't have Robinhood already, then you guys will receive a free stock, and I'll also receive a free stock. And I open it on this channel. If I get a free stock, I'll open it so you guys can see what I get. I also have a Webull account. That one was also kind of like an experiment account. I currently have $100 in there, and I was trying to grow it to 1,000 without depositing any money. So I can upload some videos to this channel also. It's gonna be really tough to do that, so I might end up maybe like slowly putting 25 or $50 a month or something. So it's a little easier to grow over time, and I think anyone can do that. $25, $50 a month. So I wanted to make a real small account on that one compared to my Robinhood. So anyone that's just starting to get invested and kind of wants to see how it would play out, starting with just $100 and then slowly putting in maybe like $25, $50 a month, how much you can make. Also, guys, if you guys are into cryptocurrency, I just found a pretty cool app where you can actually make money off of the crypto that you earn. You kind of just lend it out, and inside of the app, they pay you. You can do it monthly, you can do it every 3 months. I don't think it goes out further than that. And you can also do one that it will pay you, I think it's like up to 8% off your cryptocurrency, and you can actually take that out at any time and sell it rather than locking it up for a month or 3 months. But the ones that you do lock up for longer is the more percentage that they're going to pay you on that. So if you guys are interested in that, it's crypto.com. I'll put it in the link so you guys can download the app and you guys can test that out as well. I'm waiting to get my card from crypto.com, and it's a debit card. It'll give you 2% cash back. So I think it's pretty cool if you want to get exposed to cryptocurrency, but you just don't want to put the money into it because you feel like it's risky. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Honestly, right now, I like stocks a lot more than cryptocurrency, but that could be the next biggest thing. So I like to diversify myself and put a little money here, put a little money here, and just see, like, you never know, you might hit the jackpot on one of them. But stocks long term, they've been shown to give a pretty good return. Yeah, guys, so that's it. So please like and subscribe. When I reach 100 subscribers, I am going to be giving away a free stock. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night.